All right, today we are looking at a file here. This little guy. So the first thing we need to do is look at the underlying geometry. So we're going to cancel the path. Click yes. We're going to select the traverse lines, then hit delete. So we've now deleted all the traverse lines. Now we're going to use the single select. We're going to come in here and we're going to get rid of all of these lead in, lead outs. And we will see why these all exist later. Again, we just highlighting all these, highlighting all those. Again, I'm just highlighting and pressing delete. Highlight, press delete. Highlight, press delete. Highlight, press delete. Highlight, press delete. This tab is okay, so we're not going to mess around with that. All right, now we're going to zoom extents here. All right, let's reconnect a little issue we did here. So we can go over here to our line function. Make sure 40% is selected. Actually, you know what? Let's draw it in a different color. Let's draw it in 20%. And we're going to turn the third snap off. Oops. Come back in there. And turn endpoint snap on, which is this one. And now we'll draw a line there. Okay, so whoa, my mouse is freaking out. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to come to the right-hand side of the screen and we're going to purge any small entities. So it's going to look for zero length entities and duplicate entities on top of each other. Click OK, and it found two. Okay, so that's not great. Now we can examine the drawing and we can see there's something funny going on down here. And there's something funny going on down here. But what's also strange is that we see cutting on both sides. So in this case, the teal line is the contour, and the yellow line is supposed to be our pathing. So there's probably lines on top of lines here. So we're going to zoom extents, and we're going to turn our examine drawing off. We're just going to go single select. We're going to hover over a section here and just click. Okay, so here we go. We have three lines on top of each other here. So let's delete that line. So I'm gonna be a little tricky here. And we're just gonna reconnect that after. Oh boy. Okay. So you can see we have lines on top of lines. So I'm just gonna go through here and no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna get this. There's a line, delete it. Pick the longer line, delete it. So what happened here is I think this got exported twice from the system that it came from. And it either got exported twice or someone had a 3D wireframe and that wireframe got flattened into 2D, which gave us two patterns on top of each other. I know there's gaps here. We're going to come back and fix those after. Not a big deal. Doesn't matter which line you delete really, as long as we just get no lines on top of each other. Like here, there's a short line, and a long line. I'm going to delete the long line. All right. I think I have all the duplicates. Now let's reconnect the lines. We're going to go back to our line function over here. Select it. We have our endpoint only selected. And we're just going to snap new lines to here. All right. We're going to zoom extents and let's hit examine again. Okay, so we still have a couple little breaks here. So these little dots when I hit examine drawing on the right here are issues with discontinuity. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and we're gonna grab that. Oh, yep, there's duplicate lines there. Okay. Now let's just examine again. Okay, clearly I have to redraw that line before I can examine it. So we're gonna draw that line. Snap, snap. Zoom extents. Examine. Okay, so we still have something going on right here. So we're going to pick that line. Yep, there's a long line there. Delete it. Go over to our line command. Reconnect it. Examine. Okay, that's all fixed down there. There we go. Here, this is a problem child. So we're going to pick. Oh, yeah. See, there's a short line and a long line. So pick the long line, delete it. Reconnect that. Zoom extents. Examine. All right. No dots. No dots. And we'll just hit sweep one more time, this purge function, and just see if it finds any. Nope, didn't find anything else. Okay. So now we're going to select all of our cut lines and make them all same speed, so make them 40. You can see that it does not change the tab line. It just keeps it, the tab. It's my dog snoozing in the background, if you can hear that. It's very cute. Thanks, Athena. Athena, what are you doing? Stop it. I'm recording a video over here. All right, grab everything. AutoPath. And this looks good. We got a nice lead in, a lead out. It's leaving a tab. Okay, so we fixed that. So essentially we had two ones on top of each other, and we had to delete the underlying one. So you want to be careful when you're exporting um, that you don't have loops. So you could look in the 3D and see if there's two stacked on top of each other. But what probably happened was this was created in Autodesk or some other file as a 3D multi-layered part and then exported and it got flattened on essentially the 3D file got flattened into a 2D file. And we ended up with two contours on top of each other. So now we can file, export path as, and we'll just call this R12 fixed. Save that. And then if we open that file that we just saved, the ORD, you'll see it's the same file here. So I guess the lesson of this interaction is anytime you see lots and lots of lead in, lead outs created randomly when you autopath, you need to look at your examine drawing function and make sure that you don't see red lines. Now the red arrows here are normal. What you don't want is red lines or dots. Those are problem geometry errors. And sweeping the file doesn't hurt. It looks for very, very short lines and deletes them. So if there's any questions, leave them below in the comments or give us a call at Wolf Industries.